right, so I just did a video, did a quick 8,000 mile review on the Merc Racing Supercharged kit, and it just came to me. I was like, man, I had this car for about a year, and I haven't really done a review. So I've been boosted for 8,000 miles. At 30,000 miles, I boosted it. I'm at 38,000 miles. Bought the car at around 21,000 miles. So I had the car for almost 20,000 miles now in about a year time frame. And man, I mean, this 9th gen has been a good car. I mean, I heavily modified it. I've done a lot of suspension mods, from coilovers to braces, to, you know, like you guys know, I added the supercharger kit, and you know, changed a couple things there, upgraded the fuel, clutch, etc., etc. And this car has been great, man. I mean, I have no complaints about it, none whatsoever. If I had to nitpick, gas tank fuel capacity is kind of low. I mean, that typical in a Civic, smaller car, but other than that, man, it's been a great car. I mean, you do get a little rattles here and there. You know, when the weather changes, you'll hear a little rattles, and, you know, not in the dash. I get them in the armrest, a little bit coming from the sunroof area. So, but like I said, as the temperature changes, it goes away. When it gets extremely cold or hot, you know, it comes back. But other than that, man, I love this car. I enjoy it. You know, I don't see myself getting rid of this car. You know, I had an Evo 10. Longtime followers, you know, if you guys follow me, I had an Evo 10 and I modified it, and I love that car, but this car just feels different. I love the all-wheel drive of the Evo 10. I mean, I wish I never got rid of it, but even though back in the day when we thought 3,000 pounds was a heavy-ass car, I mean, we used to make fun of 350Z owners because their cars were so fucking heavy. You know, they were, if you were a car with 3,000 plus, you were like, man, you're a fucking heavy-ass car. And, you know, the Civic Si 9th Gen, I think they're exactly about 3,000 pounds. And, you know, a lot of cars these days they're heavy. And the Evo was about 3,400 pounds, and it just feels night and day. The Evo handled well, but this is just nimble. And even though the Evo 10 handled well, I felt like it still felt a little heavy. And with this car, man, it just feels nimble, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the handling of it. And I mean, it's a great fucking car. I love it. And they're cheap now. You could get Civic SIs. I've seen it in the mid-teens now, with decent mileage. And if you want to force induct it, man, you buy the car about 15 grand, and I'd say spend about another 10 grand. So a total of $25,000 on your car, and you have a 400 plus. I mean, if you're going turbo, if you want numbers, go with the PRL, slap a turbo kit on it. 10 pounds get you over 400 wheel horsepower, and spend about $7,000 to $10,000 on the kit. I mean, that's including clutch, kit, everything. Install it, and these motors are good, man. I've seen a lot of motors make 400 plus wheel horsepower to 500 wheel horsepower, and I mean, these people aren't beating on it, but there's a few guys on the forums. There's one guy who was pushing it all to like 550 till the motor blew. So these motors are pretty stout, man. You could push some power to it, get your 400 wheel horsepower, 450 wheel horsepower. Now, mind you, the transmission is gonna go, I think, looking at a lot of videos, people on the forums, about 400 wheel horsepower, third and fourth gear usually shreds. So you're gonna have to upgrade the gears. But other than that, man, it's a great car. It's a good platform to, especially if you're just on a little budget. I mean, not a budget, but you know, you got some money, but you don't want to spend 40 grand on a brand new STI or a Mustang or something like that. You know, get your car payments down to like 200 something bucks, maybe 300, and boom, just spend a little extra money, save up some money, get a kit, or go with Merc Racing if you want to go supercharger kit, slap it on there and enjoy it. And it's been a reliable car. So far, it's been a reliable car, man. And that's one thing I love about it. It's been good to me. And and I love it, man. I don't see myself getting rid of this car anytime soon. You know, before this purchase, I thought about getting a Shelby GT350, getting a 392 Charger or Hellcat, but you know, I around this area, there's too many people with those cars, and I just wanted something different. I don't see any 9th gens around here, and everyone always gets shocked that they see a supercharged 9th gen. It's very rare to see a supercharged 9th gen, especially with a positive displacement supercharger. You know, a lot of people go with Craftsworks, but if you're going Craftsworks, like I said, go turbo. I mean, you're only going to make peak horsepower in the top RPM range, and you know, the 9th gen, we don't redline. You know, our redline's not that high, so you know, you want to get all the torque and all the power at the low end RPM. So to me, getting a centrifugal type supercharger kit, it just defeats the purpose, man. I'm just not, you know, I'm not for it. But to each his own. Some people want to get it. They're not that expensive. But yeah, I mean, that's about it, man. Like I said, highly recommend the car. And you guys even thinking about getting a 9th gen, you know, a lot of people like the 8th gen, you know, high revving K24 swap or K20 head K24 swap. But honestly, you could do the K20 head swap on these cars. It's not well known, but you know, there's shops and there are people, there's videos out there that people put K20 heads on the K24 Z7. So, you know, if you wanted to go that route, and I know 4Piston has a head program where they port these heads, and I believe that their CFM, I think they flow in the 340 range. I forget. There's a guy on the forum that actually called them and got some information. So, you know, a lot of people hate on the 9th gen, man, but honestly, it's a good platform. I enjoy this platform. I like the look of it. The 8th gen, to me, you know, it looked good when it came out, but the interior just looks too cheesy for me. I like how, you know, we have the touchscreen monitors and this, I forget what you fucking call this, but I just like how the 9th gen layout is. So, you know, it still feels modern. I know the 10th gen feels a lot, you know, even more modern, and but you know, if you're on a little budget, get a 9th gen, man, and go from there. And don't go NA, man. I'm telling you, save up, go force inducted. You won't regret it. Let's see if I can do a quick 3rd gear pull onto the highway. Well, that's about it. Until next time, guys.